Hey everyone, this is Uthris. Welcome back to Let's Build Lothloria, episode 49. Last episode we built a couple of these small houses in the large field around the lake. And so these lakeside homes will eventually be smaller farmlands. It's not going to be quite a vast, solid piece of landscaping like that. It'll just have its own little separate areas. Like this one right here, it has a little bit of a side farm that might be a little bit bigger. It might have just a farm with no building attached, just dotting throughout the landscape here, and I think that'll be pretty cool. This larger home, I went ahead and added a third loft to it so you guys can see through the window. It just connects to the second floor. Nothing too amazing or special involved. Basically it was a fairly large structure. Might as well just have 3 floors on it. Maybe it's one of the very wealthy farm owners. So let's see, anything else? Don't know. This episode I was going to work on actual small little details in homes and houses itself, like beds, tables, chairs, things like that. But I don't think it would make for a very interesting episode. I mean, since these videos are 20 minutes long, and 20 minutes of just constantly laying down beds and little details probably wouldn't be the best thing for YouTube. Maybe in a live stream where you guys are talking and giving me ideas, that would be fine. But I don't think it fits the format of this very well. So I'm going to go ahead and just follow up on a suggestion from a while ago, and that's to touch up the slum area in general a little bit. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of insetting some homes in this mountainside right here, and kind of building decks up the mountainside in layers, and a little bit of structures on top of structures. That way this has a little bit more of a three-dimensional feel, because right now it looks very flat. Everything's on the same level. I really liked the whole houses on top of houses look of it, and I think that's fine for kind of the lower area. But I might do some stuff up here in the mountains for this episode, and we'll see how far we can get doing that. So basically every floor is going to have this kind of theme to it. It's a staircase up to it, and then there'll be buildings kind of inset into the mountain, and a wooden deck that goes in front of them and will kind of wind its way and climb up the mountain as the buildings go up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and work on some of that now, instead of rambling on about what we're doing. Might as well just show you. So maybe, actually I'm doing this a little wrong, I think. This lower area will be bearing a fair amount of weight, so it might be best to actually use stone for this section here. And these things are just going to be small little huts. Nothing really special to them. Basically single or 2-room, almost like apartments, you could say. People have been asking to build apartments. I don't know if it's really a viable thing to have, but people want it. I don't know if they would be called apartments per se anyways. So there's 1 room, and of course this back area here is going to be carved out just a little bit. Essentially the same design. I mean, they're just kind of flipped onto each other to make it fit and to make an interesting shape. And then we need these pillars. And this will kind of, for one, kind of mark the edge of the building, which is cool in itself. And then two, it'll give us a springboard to maybe do another layer on top of. So how these are going to work, these are going to be holding up the weight of the deck above it. And I need this archway here. So yeah, basically it's going to do this kind of shape. And the edge of another deck will start on this layer about this high. And we'll see if we can do anything interesting with that. Another thing we'll need is this kind of stronger stone support. And from the inside, it'll be kind of cool. They'll have a bit of a vaulted ceiling, which will be nice in general. So something like that would be cool. And now you just raise up the walls, close and seal it all off. I'm gonna put a window, I think, over that door for some extra light. And I think a window. Does that even fit? Why not? I mean, it's supposed to be kind of a jumble of structures, not very nice looking in general. So we can do that, and we can connect our supports with pillars that are laid on their side like that. And we'll do some wooden effects on it, you know, make shapes kind of push and pull on the facade and bring some interesting aspects that way. Let's see. Can also just have these gaps. You might as well just throw in an extra little detail there like that. You know, that way the more supports you have, the more believable it can be. And I think the more detail it kind of holds your eye a little bit better. So this side is going to have a staircase up to the next floor, and as soon as I put down this railing, all those pillars are going to go away. I don't know if they're technically the same kind of item and the pillar just gets overridden, or what causes that per se, but whatever, not a big deal. So you can see they'll have a vaulted ceiling in here. It's actually kind of nice. It's almost a mid-tier home compared. So like these are like some of the lowest homes. This is like lower middle, high class. I think that'll work fairly well. Then what I need is a new wooden floor, the new upper area, and this railing will be battlements. Just because there's not really a wooden fence to fit that spot. Okay. And let's see if we can get this staircase up there or not. So probably the best way see if I have it start here, go up, plateau. Needs one more. Something like that. Let's just go ahead and test this layout. Staircase. Staircase like that. Save some room, I guess. And then also want, I think, a curved section, and the best way that I like to do supports for that is using these angled pieces and then putting the curve on it. That way it's not sticking out. Like, you're not going to have that section of the box visible. And then also I like to put these under the staircase, that way the staircase looks just a little bit more supported and grounded to the structure itself. So that'll be a little pathway up to another layer. See if I can't fix this hole that I made. You know, it's a problem with my game, and usually you'd be able to hold Alt and right click to delete something that you're just looking at and not the whole block. But that's been broken for so long in my save that it's just not even worth to think about anymore. It just doesn't work for me. Don't know why. So that structure, and then, you know, we'll do kind of a half step this direction and just do kind of a shape like that for there, and then a half step back down. I think that'll be kind of all the main sections, and that'll be connected by bridges and paths and wooden walkways. So this upper area, it's going to be kind of a wooden structure. Keep the weight down. Don't want anything breaking on us. And then you gotta try and make kind of more of an interesting shape. It can't just be a full-on box, I don't think. And then I think over here we'll do a separately supported balcony. Not really a balcony, just the pathway kind of goes in two different directions here. It can either go down basically there's going to be a winding staircase there that will reconnect to the first floor in an interesting-ish way. Where did my staircase go? I don't think I have it on my bar anymore. And that didn't save it on there at all. And then I think I'm going to leave these partially in the dirt. That way it's not completely even. And I think it'll look nicer with everything else around. And of course this will eventually hook back onto there. Yep, just like that. You can grab some new triangle pieces. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this off camera for a little bit. I haven't done kind of a skip in a little while. I think I'm just gonna finish up this structure. We're running on 17 minutes now, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone. So this is pretty much the first building area for the new area for the slums. The lower area saw me build, so I'm not going to really give a tour of this. But the upper area, I'm still trying to maintain kind of the same style in terms of roofing as over here. You know, it's very layered on top of each other, grungy in its kind of natural form. And then also, hold on 1 second, I just need to put one more of these, I think. So they're basically just apartment buildings. I mean, they're very small rooms. There's 2 on this floor, 2 on the first floor, and then also there will eventually be a bridge connecting this building to this one up here to an additional. Either this is just kind of a big storage area, or maybe a larger apartment by itself. I don't know. I just try to fit something up here in the roofing, just to give us just a little bit more room for living quarters or storage in general. Fake chimney, pretty standard, I think. And do some woodwork on the front here. I'm not sure about it yet, if I like it or not. It might grow on me. I haven't really done too much of this kind of stuff, so it's just might be something I haven't acquired a skill for building in a good fashion yet. But I think this works just fine for now. Anyways, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. Let me know what you think in the comments and the direction of this kind of new area in general. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.